And here we are. We are on day 13. Tomorrow makes 2 weeks. Patch notes last night, version 9.2. Default resource and taming speeds have been increased to 2 times as the baseline. Everybody's going to like that. Reduced minimum damage and minimum percentage on flame arrow buff by a third. Reduced max damage done on flame arrow projectile hit to 50. Increased gravity on flame arrows 20% to make it less ranged. Increased fire gel cost of flame arrows by 100%. Added durability consumption to flame and stone arrows, 1 durability per shot, 40 shots per bow repair. Changed bow durability from 50 to 40. Now, I've played a video game or two, and this is a bad sign. When a developer changes 5 statistics on an item, that means they don't have any idea what's wrong. So that's bad. You need to maybe ease your way into your nerfs, grape shot. Alright. Fixed a bug which allowed mortars to have rapid fire. And oh man, Reddit and the forums are going to be so happy about that. There was so much QQ. Fixed an issue where upkeep timer on PvE claim flags was not correctly updating. Company member, company groups, and alliance data loss issue should hopefully be resolved, which is less than, hopefully. You don't want to hear hopefully. Official network companies are now hard limited to 500 members, and this is a current measure until the company system receives a back-end overhaul in the long term. That means that that's not getting changed anytime soon. Maybe not in 2 years. Fixed inland water buoys being invisible, and fixed buoys so they no longer prevent resource respawns. Prevent ship collision damage from occurring when caused by other player ships on PvE servers. Oh man, people are going to be so happy about that. I don't know what a person gets out of trolling Care Bears, but a lot of people must really enjoy it. I mean, there's a lot of people crying on the forums about collision damage and overweighting people's ships. It's kind of sad. Fixed sunken ship area indicator lingering even after a shipwreck has been entirely salvaged. Me personally, I really appreciate that. I try to dive wrecks, and when you get down there and there's nothing, it seems stupid. So I mean, this is nice. Maybe I can start salvaging wrecks. Reduced deep water aggressive creature frequency and targeting range. Melee weapons are now temporarily ineffective against ship planks. Later, this will be changed so that it will only be ineffective against anchored ship planks. I mean, that makes a lot of sense. You don't want some little D-bag coming up with his stone pick and sinking your ship. So, I mean, I totally see where they're coming from. Sailing against the wind now provides 30% of the with the wind sail force, as opposed to 0%. Also increased the amount of sail force provided by minimum wind speed conditions by 30%, and the sail force provided by maximum wind speed conditions by 15%, which means that compared to before the patch, your against the wind sailing is 40% faster than it was. And that doesn't make very much sense to me. They need to embrace the wind as a mechanic in the game and as, how would you say that? As a factor that you have to pay attention to. If a guy's going to turn into the wind and have nothing going for him, I want him to drop to 0% because he made a huge mistake and he needs to pay for it. But, I mean, we'll see how it turns out. Every tame can now get a minimum of 30 tame level ups put into it after it's tamed. Nobody really cares about that. Increase the base carry weight of all ships by 40%. Everybody's going to be happy about that because when a ship's encumbered, it slows down. So now that'll pretty much undo some of the encumber problems on ships across the board. So tomorrow is day 14, 2 weeks into Atlas. And on Monday, it seems like there's a big update coming. So I highly suggest you read up on the incoming details.
So, we are 13 days in. Tomorrow makes 2 weeks. And honestly, in 13 days, I've really only had 3 days of issues with the beta, and 2 of those days weren't too bad. So I gotta be pretty happy with the performance of the beta so far, man. Like, all that day 1 BS, people crying about how it didn't work perfect in the first hour. I mean, just absolute nonsense. Those kids were not ready for a game like this anyway. Sorry about you. But one of the theoretical changes coming on Monday. And, you know, we'll see. But whatever. They're going to put in like a cheap and easy sloop that you can buy from an NPC at a free port. I think that's going to be a really nice quality of life adjustment. I mean, it's just going to be like your PvP starting point, right? You're going to get a sloop and you're going to go wreck somebody. And I like that idea. It's probably going to be a POS. But just the same, it's still going to be a bigger ship. And I'm still going to be able to board somebody and try to kill their whole crew when I find them out on the water. And so, you know, if you're going to go pirate, it's really nice to be able to just buy a sloop. I wonder if they're going to make you purchase it in gold. Like, are you going to have to go out there and pick up all that jetsam, flotsam, and see if you can find some gold, enough gold to buy a sloop? Is it going to be that kind of thing? Or are you just going to have to come up with the assets and hand it to the dude? Either way, I'm content with that, man. And pretty soon, they're definitely going to let you start swiping your card for that gold, right? I think that's coming soon, too. All right, I'm going to see if that update's ready. I'm going to get in there.